My respected viewers, my dear friends, first of all, I want to express my deepest gratitude from the bottom of my heart for being here with me today. I know that time is the most valuable gift we have, and when someone chooses to spend their precious moments listening, learning, and improving themselves, that decision truly matters. I know many of you are not here just to watch another video. You are here because somewhere inside your heart, you want change. You want your tomorrow to be better than your today. You want to move closer to your dreams. You want to become the person you always knew you were capable of becoming. And today, I want to make a small request from you. Please do not listen to this message like just another speech. Allow these words to reach your heart. Think deeply about every lesson, every idea, and every truth that can create a positive change in your life. Because knowledge only becomes powerful when we take action. A person's life does not change because they hear something inspiring for a few minutes. Life changes when they decide to apply those lessons every single day. I truly believe that if you don't just listen to these words, but make a commitment to apply them in your life, you will begin to see a difference in yourself. Your mindset will change. Your actions will change. And slowly, your entire life will begin to transform. I know I cannot reply to every single comment. I cannot personally reach every person who supports me. But believe me, your love, your trust, and your encouragement mean more to me than words can explain. I read your comments. Some comments may remain unanswered, but they are never ignored. I see your support, I feel your kindness, and I want to sincerely thank every one of you who takes the time to be part of this journey. So, my friends, for the next few minutes, give yourself this valuable time. Open your mind, prepare your heart, because sometimes a few powerful minutes can change the way you think, and a changed way of thinking can change the direction of your entire life. Listen carefully. Reflect deeply. And most importantly, take action, because the person you want to become is waiting for the decision you make today. Let's begin. Have you ever noticed that the biggest prison in the world has no walls? It has no guards. It has no locks. Yet millions of people wake up inside it every single morning. They walk to work inside it. They eat inside it. They dream inside it. They grow old inside it. That prison is yesterday. Let me tell you something. Most people are not defeated by failure. They are defeated by familiarity. They become so comfortable with the life they have that they stop fighting for the life they deserve. Think about this for a moment. If nothing changes in your daily routine between today and 2027, what exactly are you expecting to happen? A different year cannot create a different person. A new calendar has never changed a human being. Time passes for everyone. Transformation belongs only to those who decide that every sunrise is an opportunity to become someone they have never been before. Here's what most people don't understand. Success isn't built in giant moments. It is hidden inside ordinary Tuesdays. It is hidden in boring mornings. It is hidden in difficult conversations. It is hidden in choosing discipline when nobody is watching. I learned something years ago. I met a man who wasn't famous. He wasn't wealthy. He wasn't extraordinary by the world's standards. He worked in a small repair shop. Every morning before anyone arrived, he spent 30 minutes reading. Every evening after work, he practiced one new skill. He wrote down one lesson he learned every day. One lesson, just one. People laughed at him. What difference can one lesson make? 5 years later, the people laughing were still standing in the same place. The quiet man owned the business, not because he was smarter, not because he was luckier. Because while everyone else was chasing dramatic change, he was quietly collecting tiny improvements. That is how mountains are climbed. Not with one giant leap, one careful step after another. And if you truly want to change your life in 2027, then understand this. Your future isn't asking you to become perfect. It is asking you to become better every single day. The first thing you must improve every day is your thinking. Everything begins there. Every business, every relationship, every achievement, every disappointment, everything starts inside the invisible conversations happening in your own mind. Imagine your mind as a garden. Every morning you wake up, seeds are waiting. Some seeds are fear, some are courage, some are excuses, some are responsibility. Now here's the question. Which seeds are you watering? Because life doesn't care about your intentions. Life responds to what you repeatedly cultivate. Many people spend more time protecting their limitations than developing their possibilities. They wake up saying, I can't. I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't have enough money. I don't know enough. I missed my chance. Every one of those sentences becomes another brick in the prison they continue building around themselves. But imagine waking up tomorrow and asking yourself one different question. What can I learn today that makes tomorrow easier? Notice the difference. One question closes the door. The other opens an entirely new hallway. Never underestimate the power of a single better question. Questions shape attention. Attention shapes action. Action shapes identity. Identity shapes destiny. Think about this for a moment. If you believed your future self was watching every decision you made today, would you spend another hour scrolling endlessly? Would you continue delaying your dreams? Would you keep speaking negatively about yourself? Or would you finally begin acting like the person you hope to become? Because here's something fascinating. Your future is created by someone you have not become yet. That means the habits that created your current life cannot create your next one. The second thing you must improve every day is your relationship with discomfort. Most people spend their lives avoiding discomfort. Successful people spend their lives learning from it. There is an enormous difference. A butterfly doesn't become beautiful because its transformation is comfortable. Steel doesn't become strong because fire is gentle. Diamonds are not created in peaceful conditions. Neither is greatness. Let me tell you a story. A young athlete once asked an old coach, "How do I become unbeatable?" The coach smiled. He handed the young man 2 buckets. One bucket was filled with feathers. The other was filled with stones. Carry the feathers first. The young man laughed. Easy. He carried them effortlessly. Then the coach emptied the feathers into the wind. Within seconds, they disappeared. Now carry the stones. They were heavy, painful. His shoulders burned. His hands blistered. But when he finally reached the destination, the stones were still there. The coach looked at him. Easy things disappear quickly. Heavy things stay. That lesson changed his life. The easiest choices rarely build lasting strength. The difficult choices almost always do. Here's what most people don't understand. Your muscles are not the only things that grow through resistance. Your patience grows through resistance. Your confidence grows through resistance. Your wisdom grows through resistance. Your leadership grows through resistance. Your character grows through resistance. Stop asking life to become easier. Become stronger. And every single day ask yourself, what discomfort am I willing to face today that my future self will thank me for? Maybe it's waking up earlier. Maybe it's reading when you'd rather watch another video. Maybe it's having an uncomfortable conversation. Maybe it's apologizing. Maybe it's saying no. Maybe it's finally beginning. Discomfort is not your enemy. It is often your invitation. The third thing you must improve every day is your focus. Look around the world. Never before has humanity had so much information. Yet never before have so many people struggled to concentrate. Attention has become one of the most valuable currencies on earth. Everyone wants it. Very few protect it. Think about sunlight. Spread across the ground, it feels warm. Concentrated through a magnifying glass, it starts a fire. Your mind works exactly the same way. Scattered attention creates average results. Focused attention changes lives. I remember meeting an old craftsman. His workshop wasn't impressive. His tools weren't expensive. But when he worked, the world disappeared. No phone, no distractions, no complaints. Hour after hour, he carved beautiful pieces of wood that people traveled hundreds of miles to buy. Someone asked him, "What's your secret?" He smiled and replied, "When I carve, I carve." Simple, profound. When you eat, eat. When you learn, learn. When you pray, pray. When you work, work. Presence is becoming rare, and rare things become valuable. Imagine improving your focus by just 1% every day. Imagine removing one distraction. Imagine protecting 1 hour. Imagine finishing what you start. Small victories accumulate. That is the compound effect very few people appreciate. Most people expect explosive transformation. Real transformation whispers before it shouts. It starts quietly, invisible, almost unnoticed. One better decision, one better morning, one better conversation, one better page, one better workout, one better promise kept to yourself. Eventually, those tiny victories stop looking tiny. They begin looking like a completely different life. The fourth thing you must improve every day is your words. Not just the words you speak to others, the words you speak when nobody else is listening. Because the longest conversation you will ever have is with yourself. If your inner voice constantly tells you that you are behind, you'll behave like someone who has already lost. If your inner voice constantly reminds you that growth is possible, you'll begin searching for opportunities instead of excuses. There was once an elderly teacher who carried 2 notebooks, one black, one white. Every evening he opened both. In the black notebook, he wrote every negative sentence he caught himself saying during the day. "I'm not good enough. This is impossible. I'll never change." In the white notebook, he rewrote every sentence. "I'm learning. I'll improve. This challenge is making me stronger." After several months, someone asked him why. He answered, "I wanted my mind to hear a better teacher." That stayed with me because many people are waiting for someone else to encourage them. Sometimes the first coach you need is your own voice. Speak carefully. Words become beliefs. Beliefs become behaviors. Behaviors become realities. The fifth thing you must improve every day is your consistency. Not intensity. Consistency. Because motivation is emotional. Consistency is intentional. Motivation visits. Consistency stays. Imagine 2 people planting trees. The first plants 50 trees in 1 day, then quits. The second plants 1 tree every day. Who owns the forest years later? Life rewards the person who continues long after excitement disappears. Here's what most people don't understand. The greatest victories are usually incredibly boring while they are being built. Nobody applauds the writer during page 37. Nobody celebrates the entrepreneur during year 3 of invisible struggle. Nobody notices the student reading another chapter late at night. Applause usually arrives after persistence, never before it. That's why you cannot build your life depending upon recognition. Recognition is unpredictable. Commitment is controllable. Every morning ask yourself, what promise will I absolutely keep today? Not 10 promises. 1, then protect it. No matter what. Because every promise you keep strengthens your identity. Every promise you break weakens your trust in yourself. And self-trust, that is one of the rarest forms of wealth. Without it, even opportunity feels frightening. With it, even obstacles become classrooms. The sixth thing you must improve every day is your ability to learn. The day you believe you know everything is the day your growth quietly begins to die. Curiosity is one of the greatest competitive advantages a human being can possess. Children ask hundreds of questions. Adults often stop asking. Maybe that's why children grow so quickly. They remain students. Never lose that spirit. Ride outside your profession. Listen to people who disagree with you. Study history. Observe nature. Pay attention to ordinary conversations. Wisdom hides in unexpected places. A gardener can teach patience. A carpenter can teach precision. A mother can teach sacrifice. A child can teach wonder. Learning is everywhere if your eyes remain open. I once watched an elderly man repairing an old clock. Tiny gears, tiny springs, cores of patient attention. Someone asked him why he never rushed. He smiled. Because rushing breaks what patience could have repaired. That sentence wasn't about clocks. It was about life. And if you carry that thought with you into tomorrow, imagine how differently you would approach your goals, your relationships, your setbacks, and even your own mistakes. Because the moment you stop trying to force every result and instead begin strengthening the person responsible for those results, something remarkable starts to happen. You discover that growth is not racing toward a finish line. It is becoming someone who can keep walking long after everyone else has stopped. And that realization leads us into another improvement that almost nobody talks about, yet it quietly determines whether everything else you've been building will continue to grow. Or slowly collapse when life becomes difficult. The seventh thing you must improve every day is your emotional control. Because your emotions are powerful servants, but terrible masters. Let me tell you something. A person who cannot control their emotions is like a ship with a powerful engine, but no steering wheel. It has energy, it has movement, it has potential. But eventually, it crashes into something because there is nothing guiding its direction. Life will test you. People will disappoint you. Plans will fail. Opportunities will disappear. Someone will misunderstand you. Someone will criticize you. Someone will walk away.